Alright folks, my name is Kevin1322 on Candle Power Forums, and we're going to do a little review today on the C22Cvn. This is one of Vin's favorite lights that he loves. Let's talk a little bit about what comes in the box. Of course, almost everything that Vin gets, he passes on to us. And so we've got, let's see here, we have a P25C manual. Well, that's not going to do me very good. And we've got, oh good, advertising. Great. I don't get enough of that. You've got a warranty card. That is a good thing to have. You've got Vin's card, always good to have. In this case, it's going to tell you that this has U3 PDT-C, so cool, in the front, and it's got an XPL 5000K on the side. So dual lights, if you didn't know. It's pretty cool. Now, of course, it's also going to come with its O-rings and lanyard is already on. Now, here's another little interesting thing about the box, at least I think it's interesting. Here you've got C22C, 1000 lumens. Look at the bottom of the box, it says high and low only 580 lumens. But it does say C22C, so I don't know, that's just interesting to me. Now, this actually is my wife's light. It is her favorite light that she has. As you can see, it also comes with a clip, comes with a lanyard, and there is a magnet in the back here. It's inside, you don't have to worry about it coming off. And I find magnets on these lights quite useful, and I have used this several times. Also, it's got this tiny little thing here that's supposed to be a glass breaker. I've heard it works. I'm not going to try it, at least if I don't have to. Nice little light. As far as build quality, I'm not big on build quality. If it looks good and feels good, it is good to me. Now, I'm not going to take the light apart and really go through it, especially the electronics. But if you got a guy like Vin who's doing the lights for you, you really don't have to worry about that, because Vin is going to take all the circuitry and the connections and make them better every time, and you just know they're going to work. And hey, if they doesn't, which is unusual, send him back, he's going to fix it. He always makes things right. So a very nice light. It is a nice feel, a little bit different with the square head. It took me a little bit to get used to, but it's all good. Now, so you've got two lights, the front and the side. Okay, so one click is going to turn it on, and it's always going to be on the highest mode. Press and hold, and it's going to cycle through 4 modes from the front LED. So 4 modes from the front LED. It always starts on high. If you want to go to the side, you're going to press and hold. And now the side light's going to come on, again, always on high. Press and hold, it's going to cycle through 3 modes. So this, again, the side has 3 modes to go through. Now, if I am on the medium mode, and I turn it off, and I press and hold to go back to the same LED, then it goes back to the same light. But or the same level. But if I go to the different LED, so we'll do a quick click, it'll go back on high, and it always does that. So if you go from one LED to the other, it's going to be on high. Now, some people will like that. Personally, I don't. I wish it would come on low. But that's just me, of course, and my opinion. Now, this light, I don't have exact measurements for it, but I do believe Vin, even though it's de-domed, is still over 1000 lumens. Very nice beam. Not a throwy beam at all, but very nice for an EDC type light. Beam shots, though, we will go over in video 2, and as long we will compare this light and the beams to some of the others that we've shown you. Again, this is just a comparison for you all to try to let you make an informed decision. So with that, I will see you. Oh, one more thing, sorry, got to talk about battery. Everybody talks about batteries, wants to know about batteries. As with single cell high-powered lights, Vin likes to use IMRs. Those are just better. It's going to get more performance from the light. You don't have to use the IMR. People say, well, what's going to be the difference? Well, generally, your IMR is going to give better performance for a high-powered light, but it's going to give less runtime. But it just depends on the battery. My suggestion is, if you want to try a protected, try an IMR, and then you can just see for yourself if you really can see a difference. If you can't see much of a difference, you might just want to go with the protected light, the protected cell, and get a longer runtime. But that's just me, that's just my opinion. So there we go. That is the C22Cvn version. And I will see you next for video 2. Thanks.